Hello, out there. Hello, everyone out there in podcast world. I'm having a wonderful day. We're live at the AHR Expo. Oh my God, where are we? Josh, hey, tag, you're in. Yeah, tag, you're in. I
Josh, you're gonna be the AV guy from now on.
That's what I feel like right now. Just like,
We're here at Women in HVACr in Phoenix.
is that where we are? I feel like it's Atlanta. I don't know.
And we have two ladies with CompanyCam with us today. We have Sammy, who has not been on the show previously, and Claire, who has been on the show previously. Welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be back and have Sammy with me. It's always fun to talk to you guys, so we're happy to be here.
Sammy, what is your role?
I am a business development rep too, but I am mainly focused on like the roofing, windows, remodeling, and solar industries. So not so much HVAC, although I've been traveling with Claire for quite a bit. So she's given me some HVAC knowledge.
Picking up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's really cool. So I bet solar probably keeps you pretty busy. Every time I see it, even whenever we were talking before, the roofing it seems like it's really strong in the roofing
Yeah,
industry.
and roofing and solar are now just kind of like in tandem. A lot of roofing companies are kind of doing solar as well. But we're just kind of dabbling into the solar industry, honestly. We've only done 2 shows, solar shows, and just trying to do more and get more into the lead of it. But we have a crew that's focused on solar. So we're seeing like a lot of uptick in just solar companies using CompanyCam for sure.
That's really cool. So for anybody that's listening, really quick, a high level, what is CompanyCam?
Yeah, so we are a photo and video documentation software for contractors across all trades. Obviously, as you can tell from this initial conversation, we work with people in solar and roofing and HVAC, plumbing, all the good things. So really, if you are a contractor, you're probably taking photos or taking videos for a plethora of different things, which we've talked a lot about the last time I was with you guys. And we basically come in as your hub that organizes and stores all of that content for you so that your entire team can have access to it, find what they need, and that you can share it easily with whoever you need.
The fancy name for this is digital asset management. Damn.
Ooh,
So
there
easier.
you go.
I have one.
I
of our
should have
own.
said that.
Yes, that's okay. No, but I lost my train of thought. My question.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
No, that's just rubbed off.
So this is the first recording of the air show.
No, it's not. So Sammy, tell me how you got into. We're at the Women in HVACr event. Tell me how you got into this industry.
Yeah, so I started at CompanyCam just within support of the app. So I was just helping out our customers and users. I did that for about a year, and then I just kind of wanted to do a change of pace. I started traveling with Claire as a support rep, and realized I kind of liked it. I kind of liked the selling aspect of it too. So I started as a business development rep. That was my second role at CompanyCam, and I've been doing that for a few months now. But we went to a service roundtable, I think in Palm Springs, and we knew Women in HVAC were there, and then we actually got signed up to be members of it, and then kind of just attended this, which is awesome. This is Claire's second time attending and my first time, and it's been great. It's a great show.
I was going to ask, what's your so we're halfway through day one. What is your?
I just think it's first really awesome that like there's a ton of attendees. I mean, she said there's like 400 attendees. So just like the plethora of like women here is just really awesome, and it's like it's people like us who like are vendors and exhibitors, and then there's just like your basic like mom and pop shops that of attendees that are here, and I think that's really cool too. They're just trying to like gain whatever knowledge. But they've had awesome events. Like we had a neon party last night. Tonight there's a gala. So just like things that are keeping everyone like having fun as well. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, you can kind of get overloaded at events like this. So to be able to take that break and go enjoy yourself at the same time instead of just having a fire hydrant of information being thrown at you is pretty important.
For sure. They like eased us into it last night, which was nice. Today's going to be pretty long, but it's all fun stuff. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Josh, he's got to go get his hair fixed and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it's gonna be exciting checking him out.
I got to get my hair fixed about his month.
hair?
I'm going to do exactly what he does. Nothing.
Big nice.
He's just a little shinier than I am.
Right.
I love it.
We'll see Josh in an actual suit, so that's going to be a change of pace. So
No
photography.
No,
I absolutely
Long
will take a
story.
picture. Don't even say don't
Long-
take a picture.
long- I'm not.
I'm
no,
taking
gonna
lots
hide.
of pictures.
I'm gonna hide.
Well, oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say because I went to Dillard's and I've never been to Dillard's before. Like the most expensive clothes I wear probably like $100, like jeans, top, like everything. And I was asking Church how much he spends on his suits. I'm not going to divulge how much he spends on those suits. Some of you guys might get shocked, but mine was pretty cheap.
I mean, it is what it is. You enjoy what you wear, so you wear it all day. Might as well.
That's true.
Anywho. What
Well,
were you
this is,
thinking?
yeah, I was actually gonna flip it on you guys if you wouldn't mind. This is your first time at Women of H.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't no,
You
okay,
should
cool.
practice
Well, I should have.
Really?
I don't know, you guys. It's been a day. If you could only see the weather in Arizona right now, it is not Arizona weather. For
It's
everybody that's listening.
raining and
So we're all discombobulated.
Yeah.
But I wanted to flip back on you guys. You guys have probably gone to different conferences. You're interviewing a ton of people in the industry. What's your take on this type of a conference and it being focused on women in the industry?
I enjoy it. I mean, honestly, it's been one thing I can say is it's very well organized, and
That's exactly what I was going to say. Everything
People have
is,
full-time jobs.
right.
I don't know how these.
and
things-
they're all volunteers,
Yeah.
not paid staff, and it has been very like do this and this. Everything is on time. Like it is very organized.
Yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from this one. Also, I mean, obviously, there's a huge room full of ladies that are just wanting to learn more about the industry, how to better themselves. I was in with Keynote this morning, and the talk, it was different, but it was good. It was a good different. It was very,
It was a simple concept.
yeah, it was ladies focused, but I could resonate with what she was talking about as well. So,
Yeah, no, it was interesting because normally when we go to these conferences, it is a bunch of dudes. And
yeah,
there's a couple ladies there, and
usually like
today
a spouse.
it literally
or-
feels almost like it's completely flipped, where you go in the room, you're like, oh, there's a guy over in the corner there, and there's just rows of tables of ladies, and these ladies, the original speech this morning with Colleen was, how long have you been in the industry? People started sitting down as they kind of looked at the number, and there's a ton that have been in the industry over 20, 25, and 30 years. And to think about what they went through 25 years ago when there was even less women in the trade.
Yeah, before it was
it's crazy to me.
there was a woman in HVAC.
Yeah, that was before we started it and everything else, and it's impactful. I think, especially like yourself being new to the industry, you see like the opportunity once you get in here, and the networking and stuff just leads to so many different opportunities.
It's cool knowing we like all exist in it, but then being able to like all come together and just kind of share our knowledge. And they talked a lot about networking this morning, and of just like start talking to these ladies. Like you'll see them around, you'll see them next year, and like that way you have a friend in the room. It's just encouraging because for women it's sometimes like hard being like the only woman.
Oh yeah.
Especially I feel like in the roofing industry, sometimes when I'm at trade shows, it's just like guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, like
There's a lot of
it's
guys.
extremely hard. Yeah, like I won't downplay that. Yeah, like it can be very difficult, especially in those trades where it's quite male dominated, and it can be scary to kind of step out and speak, right, and to hope that people are listening and will take your word, especially like in what we do, where like we're trying to sell a software, but really you can't sell a software if you don't understand the pain point of what a contractor is going through. I have no idea, like how am I supposed to sell something if I don't know what they're dealing with on a daily basis?
Absolutely.
So like when you're trying to sell to, it can be so daunting as a woman in the trades. Honestly, it can. So I just think that this association and this conference is just a game changer. I think it's so cool because it really boosts people's confidence, and it also helps you realize, yeah, like you're not alone. And the connections that I made from coming from literally just year one. So if there's any women listening to this right now, like become a member, you should do it. Like I came for 2 days last year, and I have so many connections, so many amazing things have happened for me, and even in my role and just personal growth, it's crazy.
Mhm.
So they do really well, and I think it's a big need. I think it's a huge need, and I love it. Awesome.
Okay, so I want to flip up things just a little bit on this episode because a lot of the contractors and everybody that we're interviewing, we're talking about pain points and how pain points that we've gone through and how we solve those pain points. With CompanyCam, what's a pain point that a contractor typically deals with that CompanyCam solves?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, but I mean, I think the first one is just general. This is really high level, but general organization.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of companies could say that they are trying to figure out the best way to organize, but specifically with contractors, trying to have that organization can be so hard because a lot of them are still saying to us like we're still pen and paper.
Yeah.
And then there's others that are like each of our team members or each of our techs, they go out and they take their notes on their notepad, in their notepad and their notes, and they're snapping their own photos so that they jog their own memory.
Mhm.
And then there's other people that have a huge system or a list that their team follows to make sure that they hit everything they need. So really what I think it all boils down to is being able to be organized internally at the team level so that you know where you can find your information quickly, you know where you left off at the last time you went or serviced an area, and you also know who you need to connect with if there's an issue or if you have a question. That's everything that our app does. So obviously, like we're visual based, so we do photo video at our core, but really since it's live time and it's cloud based, anyone within a company, like imagine that anybody within a company can go in and see every single project location you've worked at and all the photos, videos that correspond to that and who worked there at the last time and the exact date the last time you went and all the notes that correspond with that. And it's easy to use.
I like
And
that.
something like that.
Yeah, friendly.
Yeah.
That's huge. And I think we also talk to like a lot of owners, managers, and they're like, our guys won't take photos. They just won't do it.
They refuse to do it.
Yeah. And so I think just like having a place where like, no, this is your job. This is an app that was within your phone. Like this is professional and you have personal. Like this is your professional app that you need to pull up. It's user friendly. Like being able to just like take those photos. We recently came out to-do list too. So it's like you're being told that these are the photos that you need to get taken. Like there should be no ifs, ands, or buts. Like
I was going to mention because we were emailing about some other stuff, and she mentioned that you guys now have to-do lists. So now it's not even the technician in the field, but we think like it's your checklist. Like take a picture of this, take a picture of this, take a picture of this. So that way you cover all the different angles and all the different things that might be useful for someone in the office.
That's our goal, is to take out any of the guesswork. Like the moment that a tech were to drive up to a location they're going to service, they can open up CompanyCam. If they've been there before, that project will pop up for them right away. If they've never been there, they can drop a pin and create a project for that location automatically. So we try to make it easy. So with the task list, we had so many of our customers come to us and they were like, your product's amazing, we love it, but now we want to get even more organized, which is so cool. You want to hear people say that.
Mhm.
So they were like, we want the ability to say a step-by-step of what we need documented, so that we can make our team's lives easier. So this new feature, it's still getting built out, it's still getting better, but we're really excited about it. And we're getting partners in to help us make these lists so that contractors can go in and use lists of like partners that maybe they really trust, whether that's a specific manufacturer or maybe that's their wholesaler that they work really closely with, or their marketing team, right?
I was going to say, don't forget to send the marketing team
Yeah.
photos.
Because I mean, I think we've chatted about that quite a bit, where you're like, I just need to get photos from my clients, or like it's hard to get that information. And guess what? They're struggling to get that too, like from their team. So, we try to cover those bases. Yeah.
So what about, you mentioned creating the new job or dropping a pin. Is there any integrations to where you don't even have to do that? Like a CRM can integrate with it, and then as soon as you arrive, then it creates kind of like a job?
Love it. You should come work for company. Yep. So that's our entire ethos as a company, is to not try to do everything. we just want to get really, really good at the visual documentation, and then we want to be able to integrate or fit into any other software that these contracting companies are using.
Yeah.
We want to fit in with their system. So yes, we have a ton. We have probably 30 plus integrations and more coming, which is really exciting. But people love it because yes, exactly what you just said. At a very high level, the moment they create a new job or a new contact or estimate or something like that, it will automatically create a project in CompanyCam with that correct address and client name.
Mhm.
So then again, they pull up to that location and it's right there for them. They don't even need to create it. And then all the videos and photos and documents that they put into the CompanyCam project automatically go back to their CRM. So it's been really,
That's really cool.
really great for a lot of our
And I
companies.
like the fact that it doesn't take a lot of space on the iPad. So like, because the guys, they'll call me all the time and say, hey, I got, it says I run out of space. I have to delete all these photos, and they have to manually go through and delete photos out of their iPad.
Well, I like that you guys are, so software in general, and I feel like it's within the industry, you try to solve too many problems. Actually, you're not the best at what you do, whereas you guys, like you said, with integrations, you're working with other people's CRM. You're not trying to be a CRM. You're trying to fill a major pain point and be really, really, really good at filling that pain point.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why CRMs, we like to say that we play nice in the industry because a lot of, you're totally right. A lot of CRMs are trying to do what they do really well, and they're not thinking about having a really strong photo component because it's just not at their top, it's not their top priority, and fair enough. So that's why so many of them have seen our product and we make it really easy to integrate. Our API is pretty awesome. So they want to bring us on.
One of the things that I really love about CompanyCam is the overlay, like the dual exposure
The before
feature.
and after.
Yes.
Before and after, yeah.
That way, because the worst thing in the world is to see like this horribly taken before photo and then this amazingly taken after photo, and I'm
They
like,
don't match.
I don't know.
Are you sure that was the same job?
That's
It
not the
looks
same
like a
one.
really good.
Like people too. Like that's
Yeah.
not the same person.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was all that
That's
way.
what it looks like. Or it's taken at a different angle.
Yeah.
Like one side angle, one front angle. It's like, that's the same job. I can't
Right.
really tell. Like,
Yeah,
it
and
doesn't look like
the
same
overlay is amazing because like I played with it a little bit and it just like had the old condensing unit sitting there, and I was like, oh, shoot, just move it right back over and put the new condensing unit right over. And it was, I mean, the way it lined it up, it was.
Again, it like takes that question out of it. Like it's very user friendly. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have a problem lining that up. Like you can just take a photo of it.
Exactly, which is really cool. I mean, and that's something that I didn't really think about until after seeing that feature. And once I seen that feature, now I'm even like hyper aware of before and after photos and how horribly they are most of the time taken.
It's so interesting too. I was having some conversations earlier today, and I feel like specifically like in the HVAC industry, people say, "Oh, like photos aren't a big deal." Like when it comes to marketing,
Yeah,
or like before and afters aren't a big deal. I don't want to see a before and after of like just this unit, whatever. And it's so interesting to say that because I disagree completely. Like if I'm a customer going on or a prospect going on to somebody's website and I actually truly want to see the work they've done, even if it's just like a dependency unit or something. But what's your thoughts on this?
Well, I could go really deep into this. I actually, every time I talk to a prospect and do an audit, I show them Google has a tool called Cloud Vision, and Google is very good without any actual like metadata.
it'll blow your mind.
Understanding what is inside of a photo, they can see everything down to like electrical wiring, and they know
If there's words in that photo, they've got them.
Well, so we can't see it from the image, but if there's like a sticker on there, they can read the phone number, the website, and that's giving information back to. Unfortunately, we have to always play nice with Google. Everything we do, they constantly change stuff on us, but it's very valuable. So pictures, that's why we're so heavy on pictures and have our own digital asset management thing. Like we give it, like, continue to bring photos in because those can always be edited, crop, compressed, stuff like that.
Now these
Get them on the
photos,
website.
they have. Do they keep the geo tag on them?
You mean just the photos? Well, the
Yeah.
project is geolocated, and then the photo is time and date stamped within that project. Much of that.
And then if you go into the metadata, it is attached with the location.
Okay.
Yeah,
if
when
you
it's taken.
if you download it out of that.
Oh,
Sometimes
that's a good point, too.
sometimes when you download, it's like trying to compress an image, you get this massive image. Like
Mhm.
iPhones are no offense.
They're the
If you
best.
gotta, no, they're
They're the best.
their images are like
Heavy, heavy
5 to 8 megabytes per image. It's ridiculous how big they are. But
And that's they're amazing quality.
the quality is great. But for when we have to put them on a
Is there some
website,
animosity?
This
I have an
of,
Android.
This
I
piece
have
of
an
crap
Android.
Android right here
So-
is like a $1,200 piece of junk that we
you
can't
can
live stream
tell
on,
that we don't.
but
get
we have a
sponsored by
MacBook.
either one. Apple, if you want to sponsor the show,
Yeah.
you might convert.
I think what you're asking is if the data stays on that photo.
Like the geo coordinates.
Yeah, so that way, whenever we are putting it on our website, then that tells Google that, hey, you've done work in this area. You've done work in this area.
Correct. Yeah, and that's actually something that's interesting. I'm not going to pretend like this is my area of expertise, but we do have a feature, which I think I've chatted about with you guys, is our website widget. And that's really interesting because obviously the photos have all of that information embedded, but then with this widget, you can actually go in and like the person that's on your website can actually go filter by specific areas that you've worked in your region, right? And you can go in and look at those specific photos and those specific projects. And I've heard from different marketing companies that we've worked with that that's been effective with like boosting SEO. So that's interesting.
So I have a recommendation on that to maybe take it one step further.
Let's do it.
If you can take that, because we do location pages, right? It's a city A, city B, city C, being able to take the widget across multiple pages and then somehow with whatever the data is on the back end of the photo, have that like so if you did like a furnace installation in this city, the photos before and after pops up on that page. Nearby Now has something, it's more of a review management tool, but there's something similar where like wherever you are, it goes to that city page.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it, but something similar to that where you have photos for that city and it would obviously say, hey, we did work on whatever part of the town, stuff like that, but just a thought.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I mean, I think CompanyCam at our core, we're just really trying to help our direct customer, right, when it comes to like their photo, video management and storage. And I think that the piece with like a lot of people have been wanting us like branch out and help with more marketing things, like do more of these before and after cool features, do other stuff. And so I think that we're always taking our customers' input. We have so many different lines of communication with them and channels where they can input their feedback, and we take it from our partners too. So we'll see what we prioritize next. But the marketing piece, it has been heavily.
I'm sure.
And there's stuff in the works.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Cool. Josh, you got anything else?
No, it's great. It was great meeting you, Sammy. Obviously, Claire, we talked to before. I knew you were going to be here, but this is awesome. Are you?
I know.
One last question. Are you guys all ready for the gala?
Oh.
Fancy outfits.
It's a little cold, so I'm a little nervous.
I think it's going to be indoors.
Oh, did they move it?
I hope
I don't know.
Otherwise, you ladies are going to freeze tonight. 'Cause we're going to be like suits and jackets. We'll be fine.
I'm excited to see Tersh's suit. That's apparently.
If
There
you
won't
could
be
see
anything
his
fancy.
shoes right now, his shoes
Oh, I saw.
are like $1 million.
They're blue crushed velvet and
That's it.
gold.
That's it. Just blue crushed velvet.
I'm wearing a blue tie.
I love it.
It's like, no, I got my tennis shoes on today.
I have Dr. Scholl's on it. So there's
That's hilarious.
I'm so glad you guys are here, though. You guys are awesome podcasts, awesome people to chat with, wealth of knowledge. So glad to get here.
We appreciate hanging out with y'all too. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you're watching this live, I put the link to CompanyCam in the live stream, and if you're listening to this recorded, then the link is in the show notes. So cool. I appreciate you two coming on the show again.
Thanks,
as
ladies.
always.
Thanks,
We'll see you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Service Business Mastery. Now that you are equipped with essential business advice from this impactful conversation, you are one step closer to becoming the successful owner of your dreams. If this episode has been helpful to your business journey, don't forget to subscribe to the show, leave a rating, and share it with other owners as well. Visit servicebusinessmastery.com to learn more.